Greetings, everybody. It's about the thug life today. It's interesting how we continue to spend our money in companies that absolutely have no respect for us. Today, I'm wearing my thug outfit. This hoodie might have been made by the hands of Black people, but we certainly are not the ones who own the companies who make millions of dollars for us from us wearing their clothes. When a Black man wears a hoodie, he's seen as dangerous. Trayvon Martin was murdered, and somehow some issue with his hoodie became some argument about what happened to him, as if the hoodie was the reason why he was murdered, and the one who murdered him walks free. Oscar Pistorius is scheduled to be released if what I see on the headlines is correct. He's about to serve the rest of his time under house arrest. And there are individuals who are in prison languishing for smoking pot, for possession of a small amount of marijuana. They rot in jail. It must be really nice to be a white man, because you see, the rules, those rules are flexible when white people commit certain kind of crime. The rules are inflexible when Black people do the same thing. So this guy is going to be able to spend time at home with his family. This is why, for me, I will speak to the Black man. I would encourage the Black family. If the Black family does something that is not right, I will call them on it, but I will never condemn my brothers and my sisters in the world. When they do things that are not good, I will call them on it. Part of being fair is to make sure that you see the good and bad in everybody. And so I say things that individuals could say, well, why are you saying all these things about Black people? But you can't just be a hypocrite and can't just look for all the nice things to say about your own people. You have to look at the problems too. I had a conversation with a new subscriber, and we were talking about, my video where I talked about loving a Black man, but leaving room for individuals to love whomever they please. And I was trying to explain to her that for me, the Black man is the right person for me. I can't tell somebody else who to love. I can only speak what is right for me, because I don't want to put myself in a position where I'm condemning somebody for the choices that they make. I love being married to a Black man. This man and I have been together for 9 years, and I like him. Set love aside for a moment. I actually like this person. I like this guy. We're from the same community, and I try to explain to the person that when you have the same culture and the same background, it makes things much easier. So we communicate on a deeper level. There's not to say that somebody else from another race or culture couldn't love me, but I don't think I would have the connection I would have with that person as I do with my husband. So after 9 years of being together, I talk to him every day. I look forward to seeing him. I like hanging out with him. I like him. We have a lot in common in terms of our culture because of where we came from. He knows the same people that I know. We laugh about the same things. We're familiar with some of the same stories. We can really talk about things. As a Black woman to a Black man, I can just say things to him. I'm not worried that he's going to hold some grudge against me. And he could say things to me that would upset me, but because I'm from Jamaica and because I know how Jamaican people are, I know, I don't like being fat. I used to hate it. And the first time he called me fluffy, I was so offended. He said I was fluffy. I hated that. He called me a mampy one time. Oh my God, I was so upset with him. But, when he broke it down to me and explained what it meant in Jamaica, of course, I accepted it. The first guy that made me stop worrying about my weight. I am a hairy person. I have a lot of hair on my legs. And he loves it. I used to always shave because when I first came to Canada, a white woman looked at me and made the sound of pigs. She said I was a pig for wearing hair on my legs. And when I was in Jamaica, that was something that guys liked, when I wore my stockings and the hair would be so big that you could see it through my stocking. And I never felt bad about it. But when I came here, that woman made me feel ashamed to have hair on my legs. And so I shaved my legs for years. And then when I met him, he actually loved it. He's weird. He's very strange. I kept thinking, are you insane? How could you like this? This is gross. Now I walk away around with my ear legs, my hairy legs, because he likes it. So for 6 years, I spent alone, figuring out my life. And then I had my first date after being alone for 6 years. And that was by choice because I didn't want to see anybody. I had been in a situation where when I found myself alone, I just loved it. But after spending 6 years, I decided to test the waters and I met some people, but I didn't meet the person who was right for me until I met my husband 10 years later, 4 years prior to that, you know, later. And the things that he gives to me, I've never received those things from anyone else. His patience and his kindness and calmness that I need. I need those things in my life. They complement me. And no relationship is perfect. But when I met him, I remember saying that I have to make myself happy. But can you create an environment where this happiness can exist? And the things that I do for him is reciprocating what he does for me. So a lot of black women say, I don't want anybody, I don't need any man, yet you're having kids. Obviously, you need a man because you can't possibly just want a man just to have sex. You need somebody. That's why you're having children. And a lot of black women, I don't know if you're kidding yourself or if you're just trying to camouflage the fact that you're single. You say you don't want anybody, but you're always on the hunt to find somebody. What are you willing to give to your partner? Because you can't expect the person to give you everything and you're not willing to give anything. The things that I'm willing to do for him, I do it because I think he's willing to do the same things for me and then some. So having someone that I connect with on a spiritual level, on a physical level, an emotional level, a cultural level, it does make that relationship easier to deal with because you have connection on various levels. Things happen between individuals. And it's not that one couple is more perfect than the other, it's because of the work that they put in, the work that they're willing to put in. So I'm always sympathetic of the black man, more so now than even when I was younger. Because I too at one point thought black men were no good because I looked around me and I saw broken families and I saw men who were always cheating and men who always spent time with their family and didn't spend time with their kids. I at one point felt, okay, I'm open to dating outside of my race. I don't care. But as I get older, I realize love is not enough to keep people together. It isn't the love that is going to keep you together. It's the work that you put in and the time you spend building that relationship. So for me, I don't know what the future holds. I don't want to swear for anybody. I can only speak about what I have now. I have a deep friendship with this person. I like him and he likes me. And that makes working together working through our differences a lot easier. So I don't want to tell you who to fall in love with or who to be with. It's your thing. I encourage individuals to connect not just on what you see, because men are visual. They like to just look at, pretty things. And, you need to connect on a deeper level, because when the beauty fades and the body's not so sexy anymore, what else there? There's some people I have on my channel that subscribes to my channel that I'm fascinated with, because they say things to me that gets me to think. 138 people subscribe to my channel. That's a big deal. For some people, that's like, what? I see people with 6,000, 1,000,000, 2,000,000 subscribers. I have 100 and I had 134 last week, and someone didn't like what I said, so they unsubscribed after I did a video. And then I had four more. The thing is, it's always been that way from the time I started on YouTube, which is less than a year. For every person that leaves, 4-person or 5-person joins. I'm okay with it. You teach me, I share my life story with you or my opinions. And when you're ready to go, I say goodbye. Because the soul will move when it needs to move. The spirit will go to feed in another avenue when the time comes for it to go. You can't hold on to people. And because my YouTube channel is not designed to make money, so subscription numbers are not very important. I appreciate you. Nowadays, when I see a subscriber is gone, I check though. I check to see who it is. If it's anybody that I communicate with, not because I don't want to see you go, but some of you, I actually look forward to hearing from you because you engage with me, you talk to me, you share. So I check, and then, if it's not those individuals, I'm like, okay, we'll see you later. And even if the ones that I connect with go, I don't take it personal. So my husband is my best friend. I'm not just saying that, literally my best friend. I actually look forward to seeing him, hearing from him. It's weird. It's a strange kind of thing. And I can never have enough of his company. And I hope it stays that way, because, nobody's perfect. And, people make mistakes, and who knows what's going to happen down the road. But he's my friend. And so I think, because we have such a good friendship, I think if he were to do something that would hurt me or break my heart, it wouldn't be a cut and dry situation where I'm like, okay, you go, get away, I don't want to ever see you. It would be very difficult because we have this friendship. So I can only hope and pray, and keep working hard at making this work, because it takes work, as I said before. I feel bad sometimes as a black man because he's treated so unfairly in the world. He has a lot of things that he has to deal with, a lot of struggles. He needs our love and our compassion and our forgiveness. And sometimes I blame the black woman, because I think, we learn from our mothers. And a lot of our mothers, a lot of our black mothers are not passing on those lessons to the boys, or the children for that matter, but the boys in particular. I think the women, need to do more to teach their black son about respecting the black woman, to conduct themselves in a way where the black boy can respect them. Because a lot of these men out there talking these trash about black women actually hate their mothers. If you were to really sit down and talk to them, you'll find out that it's not really about you, it's about their mother, the relationship they had with their mother. Because sometimes black women can be very abusive, and they can say things to their kids that really affect them. Anyway, welcome to all my new subscribers. And thank you for sharing. Thank you for being engaged. Thank you for watching. Have a great weekend, everybody. Be blessed.